What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. You might have just been watching on the Traders Post live stream. Just hopped off with those guys. Really fun session, and I figured I would hop on for a little bit longer with you guys. Hour and a half or so. We'll hang out towards that lunchtime. Before we hop onto the charts, as always, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is very risky. Most traders lose money. If you trade, you're probably going to lose all or more of the money that you intend to trade with. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top on Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. What's up, guys? How we doing? Let's hop on to the charts, man. Good morning, Team Real Deal. You guys were funny. Wolf, man, how did you turn Traders Post stream into a conversation about the algorithm and ICT? I don't know how we did it. Anyway, thanks for hopping on, guys. Always awesome. I'm gonna try to get on more, other people's live streams, right? I got a podcast coming out with Mike, I think the owner, the CEO of Traders Post, who was one of the gentlemen on there today, which is pretty cool. I try to make the rounds. It's always fun, good conversation, and I have people on my show. I love different perspectives, as you guys know. But anyway, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys. Chat was going crazy in there. Adam, what's up? What's happening? Good morning, Muhammad. What's happening? Le Futures, what's happening? Curtis Jason, what's up? NQ Trend Sniper, good morning. Wolf, okay, great. Back home. Back on the home channel. Rhombus, what's up? Wolf, what's going on? Black Sphinx, what's going on? Happy FOMC. Zach is simply adjusting his chair / the algo. Yep. You think they cut the stream short because of us? No. They run a short stream in the morning. No, not a short stream, but they run for like an hour, I think, in the morning. Every time I see FOMC, I always think of FOMO. I need to seek help. Host appeared sensible. I don't think they'll be trading ICT. No, those guys are intelligent, smart database traders. I would put them well ahead of me in all of those regards. And no, I don't think they trade. They trade smart money. Good morning. What's up? It's me, Trades. A deal. Trader Post guys are cool. Yeah, really cool guys. Mike's awesome. Super friendly. Kind of, I think, a similar mentality where he's like, even as you guys were joking about it, he's like, listen, whatever works for you. You want to trade ICT? You want to trade whatever it is? Whatever you want to create and you can make money from, do your thing. But they have a really cool platform if you guys want to check that out. I'm not partnered and affiliated with them. I don't intend to be partnered and affiliated with them. I don't see that in the near future. But they have a really unique, it's not a bot. I'm going to do a terrible job describing it, but go to their website and check it out. They got a ton of really cool software and features for traders. I don't want to butcher describing what that platform and program actually is, but definitely cool to check out. Morning. I wanted everyone to start spamming ducks. No, I didn't say anything, Zach. Fair value gap. Good morning. Caffrey, what's up? Twain, good morning. What's going on? AI smirking. Chair would look good. No. AI add a smirking smile. Yeah. Anyway, guys, appreciate you hopping on. What's up on Kick as well? Sloth Father, what's up? Green on the morning, all caps. What's going on, Sloth Father? Welcome. Usually got a few more, you guys, but we're all over the place. What's up on X if you're tuning in? Again, late start. I'm live here 9:15 a.m. Eastern every dang day, or almost every dang day, for free. If I'm on somebody else's live stream like I was this morning, I try to make you guys aware. I post it on socials. I post it in the Discord, which we were today. So, but I wanted to hop back on. It is FOMC day. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the markets. Hang tight, guys. Make sure everything is rolling here good, because I did make a quick swap over. If you guys can't see or hear something from me, please feel free, let me know, because I did have to adjust some settings, and I'm getting feedback. Why am I getting feedback? What are we doing here? Why? All right, whatever. I'll take the headphones out if I have to. Let's look at the markets, chat. First, FOMC, FOMO day. What are we talking about here, right? We got a lot of newer traders on. Let's talk about this. I think every morning, part of your pre-market routine, I don't know a single consistently profitable trader that isn't even aware of when high impact news events are. I just don't, right? FOMC, federal funds. It's a rate, a number that's going to come out. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern, at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, there is an FOMC press conference where Jerome Powell is going to speak. I believe he reads a prepared document, and then he answers questions. There is often a big reaction to FOMC, both the rate and the corresponding press conference. Ahead of FOMC, there is often low volatility, low volume. After FOMC, there is often a larger movement that takes place, right? After that data is out and the market digests it. In general, does that mean we don't break out and run before FOMC on Wednesday? We have a dud of an FOMC and nobody cares what Jerome Powell has to say, and then we chop the day after? Absolutely not. Market could do whatever it wants to do. But the same way that I apply my technical analysis, pattern recognition, context, right? Watching what tends to happen and repeat itself and try to position myself in favor of that. Those are my subjective, idiotic interpretations, right? You can decide for yourself what you want to trade and how you typically see these things play out. So on an FOMC week in general, and especially leading up to it today, my expectations for the market are fairly low as far as movement, as far as volume and volatility, as far as larger trending market movements, right? And I try to be a little bit more cautious. I try not to press my luck. I try not to trade super aggressively. Into the event, I'm really cautious. We talked about it on Traders Post. The only thing I'll ever really do, and I don't think I've run a trade into FOMC, like a real one into FOMC in a long period of time, but you can run one in. If you're going to trade news, do your thing. I think you should be trading every red folder news event and, deciding how you're going to pre-plan and try to, manage that. For most traders, I don't think you should trade news. I don't think you should be trading, especially newer traders. I don't think you should be trading high impact news events because that uncertain change in volatility is difficult to deal with. Not because we don't know whether it's going to go up or down or by how much, but that rapid change in volatility is very, very, very difficult to predict and then manage risk. You have to be you have to be somewhat experienced in position sizing according to volatility and structuring your risk. Very quick decision making, and I think a higher chance of traders going on tilt, FOMO, revenge trading, over trading as the market moves, because you have to be ready to watch the market rip. So those are all the thoughts. Always fun, always entertaining, right? We love high impact news events. All good, right? So taking a look at these markets, I am here on. I did my analysis this morning on their stuff, but I am here on the instant funded 50K accounts that I'm going to be trading. This is one, same one from yesterday. I took 2 test trades on this one yesterday, back and forth. I think I ended with like a couple bucks in profit, like 17 or something, $15 in profit. I would like to get some trading on this. I need to get some trading in on these, plural, to work towards this goal. If you haven't been following along, I just started a new series on Instagram. It's going to be specific to Instagram. Here is my Instagram if you want to check it out, if you want to follow along. I ain't going anywhere here. We're live every day, 9:15. But I just started a new challenge, essentially. I was talking about it yesterday. Is it possible to go from unfunded to your first prop firm payout, a $2,500 prop firm payout, which is the max amount on this account, in 30 days, right? Can we do that? What will it take to get that done? How many accounts will I lose? Can I achieve it at all? What are the challenges associated with that, right? And doing it on the Trade of 8 TradingView platform, I think will be fun. Live account, as you can see from the morning, still have it. Not going anywhere with that, but no double dipping. The focus is going to be on these instant funded accounts. So that's my game plan. The stupidly simple approach that I'm trading on these, because we talked about risk management, is the same stuff that I trade on YM every damn day. So zone to zone, support and resistance, supply and demand, reversion style trading. Kind of like a short play that I see potentially setting up right here, back down towards VWAP ahead of FOMC. That's what we're going to be looking for. But I'm potentially looking short here. I just wanted to check something because I actually ended up with a different volume point of control that I'm noticing here from prior day. Slightly different. Let's see. Oh no, it puts it up there. That's weird. It puts it up there on TradingView as well. It has it down here, the volume point of control. It's really close, as you can see, but it has volume point of control right here from prior day on Project X, even with the exact same inputs and same time. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know why that is. Same time frame, same amount, same calculation, right? Let me just see real quick. Does this do it? Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay. Yeah, weird. I don't know why. Let's go to row size 200 on both volume profiles. Sorry guys, I'm trying to adjust something here as we're looking at this. What did I have this set at? 72? I just want to see if this changes anything. I should know this, but nah, I'm not really noticing any different. The volume, the prior day volume point of control is not going anywhere. Volume point of control here on Project X, the way that I draw it, is at 47,811. We didn't hit it, but it was right in here. We're getting close to it, and it looks like I'm not even gonna get close to that, at least for right now. Coming back down towards VWAP. This is what I was going to attempt to trade, right? This kind of just choppy back and forth movement to try to get a trade in here. If we pull back up, I might try it. If we pull back up on this, I might try a short, but I think we go. I think this is going to be it. Right back down and just kind of chop around. Anyway, we'll see. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. This chart is almost exactly the same as my TradingView chart. One other thing I can change on here while I'm with you guys is... yeah, I don't want that, I don't think. It's at 8. Let me just look. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want the electronic trading hours to be different. Just kind of an unnecessary like overlay, taking away from price action market structure. I want it to be as close to the same chart that I'm comfortable looking at every damn day. These are pink and blue, which I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave for now. I actually like a little bit more focus on the volume profile. They are gray on my other chart, but I'm gonna leave these for now. I'm not gonna mess with too much more. So let's see. Do we come up and test that 47,800s? We got pretty close. I don't know that we do it now here on YM, but I'll see. I potentially hop into a short back down to VWAP. Try to get a trade in with you guys on this one. If we pull back up, give me a little bit better way to structure risk. Yeah, maybe from like the 750s. Maybe from like the 750s. I might also try this on micros. Let's get ready for that. Yeah, I'm going to use micros on this one, guys. Just sort of widen out a little bit. run something like 7 or 8 micros, just so I could widen out the stop a little bit and try to run it back down towards the medium if we get it, if we get something here. Looks like ES is starting to roll over. Anyway, yeah, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Chatty McChat. How we doing, guys? How are we doing today? Honestly, I've actually seen some good traders claiming ICT SMC. I know it's repackaged ideas, but whatever. It helps them, and that's all good. Still like to bust on the godfather of ripoffs. Yeah, the argument that I see all the time is that, well, look at these guys that talk about trading ICT or SMC that have taken millions of dollars in payouts. From what I've seen, not to make this the whole conversation again, but just to talk about it quick, since I always try to respond to the chat. What I've seen from those guys, for the most part, is they dismiss the person behind all of it. They say that it's what they've learned first. Again, in general, majority of those guys have been trading significantly longer than me. And they really are using a whole lot different and more than like the narrative type stuff that group typically goes off of. A lot of them also just talk a bunch of smack about it. So I don't know. Morning, Purple Ninja. Next time we spam ducks on the other stream, why not? No spamming ducks. I don't know. I don't think those guys give a quack. What the duck? Yeah, we're better. You know, Zach. Maybe we'll see. Uploading the TradingView Trade-Evade video today. I will get that up today, Rhombus. This is a video that I have going up today. Let's see. Can I pull up the thumbnail? I got 2 videos going up today. Yeah, going up today, brother. Going up today. Took a bunch of time trying to get a couple of these videos out for Instagram. That new challenge, talking about the risk structure and editing a whole bunch of fun stuff. But these 2, this one right here, and this one right here, are going up on YouTube today. They are both about, obviously, trading on TradingView through Trade-Evade, being able to log in, buying and selling, different order types, little different tips and tricks, how to make sure you're on the right account, how to, be able to be logged in and trading from a TradingView prop account or a live account, whatever you want to do on TradingView, since that's what I'm doing here as we are all getting ready to come off of Project X with Top 1 Futures and almost every other prop firm. So both these will be up today. They'll be on the YouTube channel. You guys can subscribe if you want notifications on there. But yeah, both those will be up. But no, you didn't miss it yet. You didn't miss it. And I got them done. Editor got them done. I just been recording a bunch of funny, dumb videos and trying to make entertaining stuff around a new challenge, and also get set up with all this stuff myself. Right, be ready to trade it. So both of those will be going up. Yeah, here's the reversion. This was the only trade that really did present itself this morning. Just too aggressive, and on FOMC, just didn't want it. Honestly, at 100 point stop loss, half of what I was usually running, that would have presented a nice scalp to the upside, right back to VWAP. Right, if we got in long right below pre-market low, which wouldn't have been a bad play. Now this one, we are reversing. We're coming back down right to VWAP. This is just the action for today, guys. Choppy action. This would have been nice. A little bit higher. Test of this volume point of control. A dip up here, right? This is close, but just no cigar. And, I often will find on a day where we're at 1038 and we've put in a under 300 point range in YM, that I'm no trade. That just means tight, choppy, back and forth, consolidating type conditions, not a real exaggerated movement. either a wick in one direction that's going to present a good entry, or an actual movement in any direction. So nothing for me just yet, and I don't know that I'm going to get anything. We retest VWAP and then come back up. We retest this current volume point of control and come back up. Don't like it as much. If we, like I said, if we retest into the 750s, if we come back up on this, test this high, I could see it. I could see trying it short. But this is the movement, right? Here we are close to 100 points from this, or over 100 points from this high. But let's see. Let's see what we get here. Have to get set up to mark our IB high and low, which I haven't been doing on TradingView, which I will. Nope, don't need the measurement tool. What color was I making these? I think purple. Let's mark out our IB high and low since it is past 10:30 a.m. IB high and low is the initial balance, which is the first 1 hour opening range. The area that price trades from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. It's one of many opening ranges. There's an infinite number: 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, hour and 30, whatever you want from NYSE Open, right? Commonly looked at. These opening ranges, especially initial balance, there's a lot of auction theory around initial balance, right? But I just like the stats around it, the statistics around it. Some of the ones that I pay attention to, because obviously there's a ton of statistics. Which side forms first gives us an indication of which side is likely to break first. If we break one side, how often do we not come back to break the other side? How often is it a single break, right? We break out, we don't come back to break the other side. If we break, how far do we typically extend? If we break, how far do we typically retrace back in, right? Some of these can give you what happens more often than not, right? Slightly more often than not. Pretty decent stats around initial balance, I will say. More than just slightly, in my opinion. There's some strong ones. I don't use them exclusively. I will trade against the stats. They are secondary initial balance, I would say, to just looking at my zones, right? My areas of interest. And I'm saying that especially today because I'm going to look for a short. I'm going to look for a short on a crack of this initial balance high. Now, I would be trading against the first two statistics, but the one that I'm really not trading against is my target is not that we come back down and break IB low. My target is not that we, break both sides of the initial balance. It's that we come back down to VWAP. We come back down to that volume point of control, temporary volume point of control it's forming for today. So I don't need that stat to not play out, right? We can only break one side today, and I can still take a win. We do typically extend by a decent amount, but we also typically retrace back in. We typically don't just break this and then not come back in. If you guys want to look at the stats behind that, let me know. Somebody let me know in the chat. We can pull up Edgeful together. We can go through these statistics. You can also back test for this stuff yourself. You can just look at it and say, hey, I notice when we start to trend, we typically keep trending. I'm going to trade breaks and retests. Hey, after the first hour, if we're pushing to the upside with, consecutive green candles, I'm going to be cautious, taking a short. These things can be helpful. But yeah, I am still looking at a short. Maybe we just break and run today. We put a big bullish candle, but I wouldn't mind something up here. I wouldn't mind something in here for a short right back down to VWAP. Just anticipating that we kind of chop back and forth before FOMC. We could start to run all the way back up here. We could see this pre-FOMC move. Market baking in. I forget the narrative, right? We just have price pushing higher. But let's see what we get. Appreciate you guys hopping on to multiple streams today. We were on Traders Post this morning. If you guys missed it, that stream will stay up. Awesome platform. Appreciate those guys having me on. Feel free to check them out. Again, I'm not partnered or affiliated with them. I don't even think I could do a really good job describing the platform, but seems pretty sweet. Those guys seem like they know what they're doing over there. Doesn't exactly line up with how and why I do what I do, but that doesn't mean it won't work for you. So check it out. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if we pop back up here, guys. I'm interested to see if we pop back up here. No, I don't want to just sell like that. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, that's interesting. This brings up an order card. Oh, well, it did. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. So anyway. Yeah, I'd like 150, 120, 150. Here's the nice thing about TradingView. Right? Here's a really nice thing about TradingView and trading from TradingView. It has a feature that Project X doesn't have, a feature that I don't see on Tradeovate even. You have custom bracket orders, right? If you're using a limit where I can adjust my position size, my entry, my take profit and stop loss levels by price, by ticks, by quantity, where my entry is actually going to be, and don't have to do math. I can be really lazy about it. So in this account, if you watch that Instagram video, in this account, in these accounts for this challenge, I'm risking about $500 per day, right? $500 per day would give me maximum 4 losing days before I blow an account. That's aggressive. I won't hold on to accounts for forever doing that, but I got a pretty aggressive goal, right? So maybe I say, well, I know one mini at 100 points is $500 worth of risk, but I want to be wider than that. I want maybe 120, 150, 160, and I don't want to do the math between six mini micros or 7 micros, $3.50 per tick or $3 per tick, right? Times X amount. I can just throw it on here, right? So as you see, like this stop loss and take profit are adjusting in real time. See, it says 525. Maybe I say, you know what? I don't need all of that. I can probably get away with 140 point take profit and stop loss, right? And I'm going to be under my 500 bucks right there, and that's a reasonable spot, right? I think that makes sense. Volatility is different every day. Stop loss and take profit shouldn't always go in the same spots. I am pretty comfortable with my 200-point stop loss on YM over the last couple weeks. Volatility has been somewhat reasonable, but a fixed take profit and stop loss based on points, never adjusting for volatility, just really doesn't make a lot of sense. So this can be helpful. This can be helpful. And it can be helpful for me, who's cutting risk in half of what I'm usually trading in my live account, be able to adjust, right? If I don't want to cut my average stop loss size in half, which I really don't, unless we're really calm, kind of like today and yesterday where I could almost get away with it, I got to adjust and not trade a mini, right? Size down. And by how much, you can do that looking at your brackets right here on TradingView. And this is in the video. It's in the video that I made. So this is kind of what I'm looking at, guys. I can move right back to VWAP. Here we go. I can really fine tune it. I would want to be at $600 per day. Look at that. We can get super duper close. That would be perfect with 7 micros, right? And if I wanted to be exactly at $500 worth of risk, I could even do that. I don't need to be. Oh, now we pinned it to the chart. But this is kind of what I'm looking at here. Chatty McChat. Oh, I pinned this one also. So breaking IB high on this one. Just taking a look at ES with you guys and Q with you guys. Both of these looking weaker. but they are pushing to the upside. I got to come back over here to MYM. Let's try to set that up again. Oh, look at that. It automatically stays with us. Yeah, this is not bad, right? Like, I think I'm dead wrong if we come all the way up here. I wouldn't mind to pop right into these 800s. Yesterday's volume point of control technically showing up here. I got it at 811 on a couple other charts. I'm not going to mind this on a pop right up here to take a trade in these accounts. Something that might be able to play out before FOMC, where we pull right back down towards VWAP, just kind of crack below it. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer for a pop to the upside and market myself in. Or limit bid +3 in, actually, is what I'm going to do here. I'm actually just kind of using this because I'm watching how quickly price prints and that this updates. It's kind of a little bit, like, it kind of lags behind it a little bit. So I actually want to test this with you guys. I'd really like to test this. I like using the brackets. You don't see it on market orders. I'm just curious, like, as price continues to print, when I hit the sell button, which is going to be limit bid +3, how close is it actually going to be to where price is at? Like, does it adjust really quickly? See, because we went like 780 and then the limit order was at like 784. Kind of interesting. But I'm looking short on this. Short back down towards VWAP. It is a break of IB high. We got a pretty close retest of VWAP. We could just be trending to the upside today. I don't know that we put a big trend day in. I think we fake everybody out to the downside, to the upside. We kind of just chop around. This would be off of a decent level right in here, right? This would be off of just a basic support and resistance level. Push to the upside. Yesterday's price action here. I would be getting short below this area, but this is our prior day volume point of control. I don't know why we're showing up here on this chart. We got pretty close here. Got to get some trading in on these accounts as well. At least I would like to. And yeah, I'm going to be fading this this opening range. I'm going to be fading this opening range breakout right now. It's kind of the thought process here. We can get a little bit more of a push. Ooh, rejecting. Let's try a market. Let's try a market, guys. I'm gonna try this one out. Again, I also need to get some trading in. I got to get some testing in on these and just look at how fills are. Nice rejection up here. There we go. I'm in short 7 micros here on MYM. Stop is entry actually on that one. Yeah, that wasn't that bad of a fill on a market in. That wasn't terrible. 47. I haven't traded on TradingView too much, as you can tell. 47,746 is my actual entry. Stop is at 47,886. Let me see how accurate that was with actually keeping my 140 point stop loss here. So we said 746. You're going to watch this stuff play out live with me, right? We'll get to kind of test this all together, which is part of what I'd like to be doing here, right? I want to be really, really comfortable on the trading platform that I'm trading on. And I'm fairly comfortable with Project X. I want to get really comfortable with TradingView and Tradeovate. So yeah, that came out really nice and accurate. I didn't do my little limit order in thing, which I would have liked to do. Limit plus limit bid plus a certain amount. Yeah, nice 171. So we got to stop and take profit in. Let's see if we get a little rejection back down. We kind of chop around in this. I don't think this is terrible. I don't think it's amazing, right? I think if we do pop to the upside, this could potentially be taken out. This is another area of high volume. Unless we're going to come through this level pretty quickly, I do think we reject here off of IB high. I'm almost tempted to try it. I'm almost tempted to get out and try it again. It's just I'm probably going to want to use this a little bit here on TradingView. Price starting to move here, so I don't want to mess with it. But the next trade I do, I'll throw a limit plus or minus bid or ask by a couple, because I want to see what that looks like. I think it would generate just a better fill. I think TradingView is a little bit laggy in general, the way price and candles print, and I think you could miss getting a fill that you really want. But in general, I think like 9 times out of 10, you would just get a little bit better fill than you would have if you market it in like you just watched me do. But let's see. I'm short in this account. Again, I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit. We'll get somebody funded with an instant funded account from Top 1 Futures, and we'll see if I can't take a little W or an L on one of these instant funded accounts ahead of FOMC. Get some testing in, trading here on TradingView and Tradovate. Playing with the different order types on here live with you guys, and then actually watching how it plays out in real time. Cool. All right. What's up, chat? How we doing? Don't stop. Your bids are so helpful. Awesome. I hate to say it, but I'm not enjoying Tradovate. Project X really spoiled me. Yeah, I do like Project X for the user interface and the trading on it. I don't like the lack of reliability at all. TP hit, nice long off VWAP bounce. Nice. This week is hard. You figure out if we can use group trading in TradingView. I did not. Have not got clear answers on that just yet. Do you use opening range? Sorry, new here. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. So I talk about opening range. I talk about the statistics around it. I talk about different probabilities that come into play. I have it marked on my chart that I'm looking at, the initial balance, the 1 hour opening range. Orb is super clutch. It's my bread and butter. I don't typically use it. It's not my bread and butter. I don't use it in the same way that many others use it. I don't trade super aggressively with it or against it. I like to pay attention to I'm just reading the message that came in Discord. I like to pay attention to it, right? I like to mark it on my chart. I think there's interesting stats around it. I think you can leverage it to a degree. It can be helpful framing some context. But it's not my bread and butter. It's not the core of what I'm doing, right? The core is areas of high volume to areas of high volume, volume profiles, VWAP. You know, those are all going to come before, for me, initial balance, right? Or any opening range in general. Sorry, guys. I'm listening to the family dog go crazy. Technically, my wife and wife's family, but we got him down here for now. Hang on one second. Don't worry, he's made it into all the videos. If you want to see the small poodle, I keep calling him a blind dog, but he's not really blind. All right, December doesn't play nice for me for now. Yeah, December's a little tough. It's been a little tricky. Oh, got it. Sweet. I also have more filters for it. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so here, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it, chat. We're talking about the initial balance, right? This is edge full fair warning and full disclaimer, I am partnered and affiliated with Edgeful. I stand to make money from the link and code that I'm about to throw in the chat. I don't talk about them too much. I don't like push it too much. I think it can be extremely helpful, but and I think it's very helpful, but I think it's overstated in a lot of ways by different traders and people that push it. So I try not to do that. I try to be really clear and open and honest about, like, what this stuff means and what it doesn't mean. I think that's important. But what this is they are a data provider, right? They provide data, statistics by way of these reports on different instruments, different market movements, opening ranges, daily highs and lows, average session ranges, so many different reports. One of them is the initial balance, right, which we're talking about. The 1 hour opening range. Again, just so you guys are aware of what initial balance is, we can come all the way down here. Hope you guys can see this. Our initial balance is our first 1 hour opening range, right? The area that price trades from from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. What this report, the first one, is measuring is how often do we only break one side? What is the percent of days that we break out from the high or the low and we don't come back down to break the other side? There's a pretty strong number behind that. 71% over the last 6 months. You can increase this. Maybe you say 6 months isn't enough. I want to look at a year. Even stronger, 72%. You could look at multiple years. So how can you use this, right? You say, okay, this is interesting. First 1 hour opening range on YM. Only 23% of the days are we breaking both sides, and only 4% of the days are we not touching either side. We're not breaking out either side, right? Well, maybe you want to be cautious trading for a break of both sides, right? That's kind of the baseline understanding, but you can understand a market movement around a specific time on a specific instrument a little bit better with data, right? This is what you look for in backtesting. I just think Edgeful and other data providers provide it, like spoon feed it to you. It's super easy. I think you'd save a lot of time. Now, this is just one of many around the initial balance, right? There's a bunch of sub-reports. So you can go by performance, by rejection, by retracement, and look at all types of different movements around that first 1 hour opening range. You might say, hey, Zach, that's cool, but I trade the 15-minute orb. You have all of this information for the 15-minute opening range, right? You can look at information and stats around the open, right? The gap. Around prior day high and low, right? Different pre-market highs and lows, midnight level, which people love to look at, the midnight retracement, all of these different things. Now, if you want to check it out, link is in the chat. Again, I think this can be really helpful, especially for beginners that are trying to build confidence around their system, around their strategy, and they actually want to be on the right side of, creating an edge in the market. And, it takes a lot of back testing and forward testing and trading to get a feel for that. But it's important to note, when we say 72%, right? A lot of people go, well, you have a 72% edge just trading opening range breakout. No, right? No. A 72% edge of what, right? This is measuring 72% of the days we have a single break. That's exactly how they're getting the number. 373 days out of the last 515. Does that potentially provide a way to create an edge? Yes. Does the initial balance or some report that you find give you an 80% edge or a 72% win rate? No, right? A 70% win rate on what? That we break out and we don't touch the other side, right? Where are you taking profit? Where are you entering? Where are you exiting? So important not to overstate things when we talk about that or understand them in a way that is just doesn't make sense. So again, incredibly helpful, really eye-opening in a lot of areas. Some of these I think are really obvious to traders. Others are not really obvious. But many different reports around power hour, which is one that I've used in the past a lot. Definitely take a look at the gap fill is really interesting. And then average session ranges and average daily ranges I think can be really, really interesting. I've paid a lot more attention to that over the last, I'd say, year and a half. But yeah, Edgeful, if you want to check it out, it's on here. Ton of information, ton of reports. I think super, super helpful as far as how they lay it all out. They have videos for everything. They have examples for everything. I think their team does a really, really good job. Do you need this? The same way when I talk about Bookmap, when I talk about different prop firms, do you need this to be profitable? No, you don't need anything to be profitable, right? Can this be extremely helpful? Shortcutting, backtesting, creating confidence and an understanding around market movements? I think so. Personally, but that's up to you to decide. So again, Edgeful, if you want to check it out. One other thing, I'll note on here, there's a ton of reports, a ton of reports, right? And you have to decide how you want to trade in general when you come to data providers like Edgeful, because you'll always be able to find something that's going to, call for a short or a long. Like right now, I could go through the reports and call for something that is, that is a good statistic that I could be trading long or short for right now, right? So, I wouldn't overstate these and say, oh, there's no reason to take a short or no reason to take a long until this or that happens. Well, based on what, right? You can find a statistic that's going to back almost any direction that you trade. That's why we have breakout traders and reversion traders, right? That's why we have guys that do really well on trend days and guys that do really well. I'm just looking at this. We came a little bit closer to VWAP. Guys that do really well on choppy days, right? So understand that piece as well. Don't get too hyper focused on any one thing. Use them in context. Look at what's a pretty strong statistic versus a mild statistic. Look at how you're already attempting to trade in the first place. Maybe find things to confirm and support that, or to really deny a way that you're trading and say, this is not, this is something that I thought would make sense, but really just is not making sense based on these numbers. And try to use that to your advantage. But I also see them overstated that way outside of 70% win rate or 80% win rate with this report or 80% edge, right? Also, like, there's absolutely no reason to be short because of one thing in the market, right? You could come up with 100 different things to be long or 100 different things to be short, right? So, don't get too set as well. Same with Bookmap, same with price action market structure. You got to apply a context. You have to apply discretion, right? Subjective interpretation of these tools that you're using, and that comes from experience on the charts. So, that's my hype for Edgeful. Again, I'm partnered, I'm affiliated, I stand to make money. Not something that you hear me post and yap about too much. I typically am just talking about the statistics behind it, but it is a part of my trading, right? I try to give you guys all the sauce, all the juice that I use. That is in the background. I pull it up regularly, just take a look at what's going on. It can be a good reminder, and then I like to watch things play out the same way I like to watch price action, market structure, volume tools, order flow play out. I like to watch, different days play out, paying attention to different reports on there. Say, hey, is there a way I could use this to my advantage? A way to be structuring risk that's a little bit better, whatever it is. So that's what we got on Edgeful. Nice, I need that for sure. Hey, what's up? Hama, Sanjay, I Sniff Candles, what's up? Didn't get notification again. On what didn't you get a notification? Fire. There's a lot more nuance involved in these things. Yep. Hey, sir, what's up, man? ES faking everybody out like Barry Sanders back in the day. Ooh, choppy, super choppy on ES. Weakness out of NQ here, and now some strength showing out of YM as these are test and lows. Interesting. Yeah, this is choppy, guys. This is choppy, right? This looked like we wanted to sell off here. This looked really good. So I think that's what you're referring to, faking everybody out to the downside. But I think we come back around and just chop around for this. Kind of what we're looking at here. FOMC day, guys. FOMC day. NASDAQ looking like it wants to. Where are we going to go? Now, I don't think we sell off in NASDAQ either. I think we just chop. Is YM going to climb ahead of this, though? Is that what we're going to get out of YM? That's kind of what it looks like. Damn, YM. Showed me a little bit of profit here on the way back down to VWAP. about halfway to a take, or maybe not even halfway to a take profit because I was shooting for a little bit more on this 7 micros. But not enough, man. We got to come up here. I'm going to be okay. We got to come all the way up here. I'm out. Let's get back over to MYM. So we'll see what we get on this one. Got to trade on. I really, again, I don't like setting time-based goals. I don't think that makes sense. It doesn't really coincide with how the market functions. But we're having some fun. We're running some challenges, right? We're going to find out if it's possible or not, right? Because that's the first question that I asked. Working towards a prop firm payout in 30 days, trading a stupidly simple approach with some specific risk management that I laid out today. Weird thing happened on FOMC days. Yeah. Let's see. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Question for the giveaway. So I already opened my mouth about the giveaway. I already said something about the giveaway. Hang on. Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. The giveaway today is going to be run in Discord after I hop off the live. Here's what you need to do to enter the giveaway. Here's what you need to do to enter the giveaway. No form today. So I already said no form today. To get an entry into this giveaway, where's my link? We have a new series running on Instagram. 0 unfunded to payout in 30 days. We're going to see if we can't do that. If you want to get an entry into a giveaway today for an instant funded Ignite account, here is my link. Go to my last reel, the one that says day 2 of unfunded to a $2,500 payout. Like, comment, and post that to your story. In about an hour, I'm going to do a giveaway for an account for somebody that has done that. So far, we got a bunch of people that did it. Trying to get some hype on IG, trying to get you guys to help me out and promote some fun stuff. What the hell is this? So go ahead and do that. You don't want to do that? Don't do that. Do whatever you want to do. Free means free. I'm going to be here trading live with you guys, showing you what trading looks like for me. Either way, you want an entry into a giveaway? That's how to do it. To be clear, one more time, because I said I was going to have graphics and stuff today, and I don't have them. Instagram, link is in the chat. Real Deal Zach, if you don't even want to click a link. The last reel, the most recent reel. Day 2 of 0 to $2,500 in prop firm payouts in 30 days. Like, comment, and post that to your story. You will have one entry into the duck race that we're going to run in Discord, in which I will tag you and reach out to you, even if you're not there. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to run a quick duck race for everybody that does that. For 150K, a singular 50K, not 150K, a singular 50K instant funded Ignite account. That's what we got. No, you don't have to post screenshots. You don't have to do anything. Just do it, and I can tell that you did it. I go right to notifications, and I find that you did it. If you can't get into WAP, no, I can't post the Discord link. But if you can't get into WAP because you're in a country for some reason that doesn't let you in, shoot me an email. Here's the link, guys. Hang on one second. Hang on one second, chatty Nick chat. Here's a link to the post. Reel. Post, reel, whatever. Here's a link to the post and the reel if you want an entry into win. Comment, like, share it on your story. We'll run a giveaway for one. You guys help me, I'll help you. That's what we got going on today. Other than that, I am short from 47. 746. We had price trying to turn back down in here. We got buyers taking it through the high, taking it through initial balance, pushing the upside. Looks like it might be a stop out to get started in this account, man. Looks like it might be a stop to get started in this one. Was looking at something that might be able to play out ahead of FOMC, which would just be this choppy, consolidating type movement. continuing back down towards VWAP, back down towards temporary volume point of control as it's forming. Not needing to break IB low, but a retracement back in past the 50%. Looks like we want to move through this area of low volume pretty quickly. And validation point is up here, right? My buy stop, my stop out level, all the way back up here. If we get up there, maybe we hit that in reverse. I think we're just more likely to kind of settle and chop. But so far, buyers are showing some strength on this. Looks like ES is doing the same. To you guys that were commenting on ES, faked everybody out to the downside. NQ, the same, started to sell off, back up to VWAP. YM is just showing a lot more strength today. Unfortunately for me. And a case to be made for not trading against the IB high and low, right? Traded against the breakout of the IB high. We typically do extend by a little bit. We typically don't come back down and break this side. We typically break this side first if we set it second, which we did. So all of that playing out. Wasn't trading against the breakout itself to say that we don't come back down towards 50, 75%. Not come all the way back down to break it. But we'll have to see. About halfway to a stop loss. Doesn't look great. Would have liked to see sellers step in and continue this right in here when I got short. But we're getting some trading on these Trade of 8 trading view accounts. We got to take an L. We'll take an L. Part of the game. Part of the game. Leave this like this for now. Nice. Nice, nice. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. And do another plug since I didn't get to do these the last couple days. If you want to check out the exact same account that I'm trading for this challenge, the one right here, right now, link is in the chat. Code RDF gets you 50% off of all accounts. No minimum trading days to payout. Copy trade up to 6 accounts on Top 1 futures. These are instant funded accounts. No challenge, no activation fee, which is why I chose it to try to run this challenge. 20% consistency rule, $2,000 max loss limit in the 50K account, $3,000 profit target. Some of the best rule set amounts you can get paid out, profit target relative to the price. That's my humble biased opinion because I'm partnered, I'm affiliated, I stand to make money from Top 1 futures. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money. Important for you to go to the website, do your own research, make your own decisions, right? As always, as always. So feel free to check it out. Had a handful of people ask me since I started posting those reels on IG. This is the setup. 50K instant funded account from Top 1. Checking a couple messages as I'm watching this market continue to push. Just read a couple messages. It's FOMC day. I want to make sure I'm trying to keep my ducks in a row. My ducklings in a row. Cool, cool, cool. What do you guys think? You guys long this market? You short this market? What do you're not trading at all? You're being smart going into FOMC and, keeping expectations low, keeping things chill. Let me know what you're thinking in chat. I'm interested to see. Let's go. Is there a duck race? Juan, you're in Discord, right? Let's see. Not playing anymore today. Yeah, I feel that. I got 300, won't push it. Yup. Yeah. Juan, I'll keep you updated. Check the last couple messages out in Discord in the main chat. I'm short, but not looking good. Took several trades today, and I'm at solid $50 profit. Now I'm done for the day. Staying out. Capital preservation. Yeah, I feel that. I look like I'm taking an L. Looks like it's going to be a stop for me in this account ahead of FOMC. Maybe we try. Maybe I try something in one of the other ones, but not getting the chop on YM. Not really. We got a little bit off the open, but we're forming a nice bullish candle on this one. Looking like we want to extend to the upside. Maybe come and chill out up here ahead of FOMC. Come and trade just under the 48,000 evens. Kind of looks like what we want to do. Would be a nice fake out to the upside to come right back in and take everybody back out, but slowly but surely losing confidence and faith in this one. If you guys know me, I'm not one to just manage my losses very quickly and clip a trade. I like to place my stop loss where I think it needs to go, structure my trade, and then let it rip. Full stop, full take profit for the most part, or just timed out, right? Timed out of the market in general. I don't know. I'm sitting here watching ES like a mouse, not liking it. Yeah, we got some. We got some dicey movements here. Again, looks like it wants to move to the upside, but I mean now this is choppy. We broke out pre-market overnight session lows, right? Swept it a couple times, looked pretty weak. Now we came back above VWAP here. I think there's a really good chance that we chop in these. We could come all the way up, right? Go and hit prior day volume point of control, go and break prior day high. Like, you know, we could get some strength out of this market as well. I would be cautious trading this, guys. In general, I'd be really cautious trading into trading into FOMC. I think it's a tough trade. It's generally a tough day to trade. We get a lot of chop. We get a lot of consolidation. YM, of course, is the one taking off like a rocket now. We get a lot of chop. Typically, we get a lot of consolidation. Like somebody said, weird things happen. That's about the way that I like to define this. Weird things can happen on FOMC days leading into it. You can get clean trends, right? Anything can happen. You can get big movements. You can get big candles that form. Traditionally, I think we see a lot of choppy consolidating back and forth wiki movements, you know, trading across an area of high volume, kind of settling before the market decides to do whatever it's going to do based on the rate, and then do even more of whatever it's going to do based on what Jay Powell has to say. Yeah. Sitting here, not like, yeah, we said that. I just got a friend request from Zach with an actual profile pic. Yeah, guys, here's the deal. I got scammers everywhere. Listen, first off, I don't sell anything. I don't have a course. I don't have a VIP or mentorship or anything like that, right? The Discord's free. Live trading's free. Instagram, everything that I do here is free, right? I yap about partners and affiliates, but there's no me asking you for money or to manage your crypto or to come to my secret VIP that I never talk about anywhere and is the exact opposite of what I'm saying here. I don't do anything with crypto. I have constant scammers with the same name, same profile pic. Any DM, just so you guys know, or friend request on Discord is almost always a scam, whether it's from me or anybody else. It's almost always a scam. Discord is the worst for that, right? I will never friend request you or DM you first on Discord. Never, right? If you send me a DM, I'll respond, but use my profile pic in the main chat to get to that. I'll never send you a friend request or DM on Discord, okay? I'm verified across socials, X, IG, right? Real Deal Zach on all of those, and then Real Deal Futures here on YouTube. Don't fall for scams. Never gonna ask you for for money for your secret crypto group to manage, and get 100x returns with my secret trading bot. You use your head on that stuff, please. But I post it almost every day, not almost every day, multiple times a week in Discord. No friend requests, no DMs in Discord. Don't do that. If you stay out of the market, it will give you a perfect trade. Yep. I got it too. That's nice. You don't manage my crypto when I give you my life savings then. Nope. No managing your crypto for a 100% return. None of that. None of that here. I leave that to the other scammers. 11:30 still popping to the upside here. Started to get a little bit of sellers that stepped in. Maybe we get the reversion out of this. I don't think so. I think I'm taking the stop on this one, guys. I think I'm taking the stop on this one coming up here. Let's watch it. That's the short play. That's the short play from the live. Look for a reversion off of that IB high level, off of this level of structure, off of these highs. We started to get some. We pulled. Didn't show us nothing. We pulled 65 points, 67 points to the downside, back towards VWAP. Buyers taking it higher. That's looking like what we're getting today. I guess I should not buy that bot with a 90% win rate. Yeah, close by. Yeah, no. Don't buy the bot with 90% win rate. All right, I had a couple people ask. I'll say this one more time on here, guys. Here is the... Hang on one second. Here is the deal for the giveaway today. Here's the deal for the giveaway today. This is the link to an Instagram Reel. In order to be entered into a giveaway for one 50K Ignite instant funded account from Top 1 Futures, like, comment, and repost that reel on Instagram. Repost it to your story. Post it on your story, however you're supposed to say that. Share it to your story, whatever that is. Like, comment, share it to your story. Okay? After that, in about an hour from now, I'm going to hop in Discord and announce a winner. I'm going to do a quick duck race so you guys can watch the duck race or not if you want. And announce a winner. You don't have to be on a live. You don't have to be in Discord. You don't have to be in anything. It's coming off of IG today. I said I was going to do that earlier. I wasn't expecting to hop on here. I don't have a forum for you guys, so we're adjusting on the fly. Okay? That's the deal for today. And if you want to follow along on IG, you can. If you're here with me live, you get all the sauce already, honestly, right? You're live 9:15 a.m. Eastern with me, trading 100% free, showing you what trading looks like. I'm going to be trading a lot of the stuff that I'm doing for that challenge here live with you guys, but not all. I want it to be really clear from that from the beginning. Not every trade is going to be taken on a live session with these. That's what the actual video series is for. Otherwise, I wouldn't just do a video series at all. I would do the live series like I've done in the past, right? Different stuff that I do live, like the Top 1 Futures live account that I've traded live here with you guys and taken every single trade live and or called in Discord live in real time. I think technically there was two. One a test trade and one that was either a small loss or a small win right after. But you can go back through and watch the live sessions in the Discord and look at when I'm taking payouts and talking about profit and all that fun stuff. So, that's the deal. That's the deal. You're killing me with this giveaway. I have no social media. Juan, I'll give you an extra entry tomorrow. I don't know. I'll do something nice for you, Juan. You're here every day. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But, guys, it looks like I'm going to take a stop on this one. I'm going to try not to press my luck coming into FOMC, do anything too crazy. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. We talked about the giveaways. We talked about some partners and affiliates on the stream. I was on the stream earlier with Traders Post. I got to get some content out for that series that I'm running. Maybe we'll get the stop out here with you guys live. But if you guys have questions, feel free. Hop in the 100% free trading Discord. It's pinned to the top of all of these chats. More than happy to talk to you guys in there. Catch me across socials. Real Deal Zach, Real Deal Futures here on YouTube. I'm on IGX. No Facebook, no TikTok, none of that stuff. Nice. I see you guys posted a whole bunch of stuff in Discord. Yeah, you don't have to post the screenshots or anything like that, guys. Discord link is pinned to the top. If you can't get into Discord because you're in a banned country, email me. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see support@realdealfutures.com. Send me an email and I will get you in. If you're in a country that you can't use WAP, which is free and should be able to be used everywhere, including India, because we have a bunch of guys from India in the chat. If you can't get in through there for some reason, shoot me an email and I will give you a link to Discord. I don't have an open link for the reasons that I talk about over and over again. With all the scammers and spammers, they still find their way in anyway. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. This trade's either going to be a stop out or a take profit. Again, this is not a live account trade, so I'm not going to be updating you guys in Discord on this one. I'm going to be taking trades outside of the live and then updating you on IG. We'll be seeing if we can't hit this goal. We'll be seeing what it looks like. If we could do it, how many accounts it takes to do it, what works well, what doesn't work well. Anyway, appreciate you guys hopping on. Thanks for being here. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Appreciate you guys being here. See you in Discord. See you on IG. See you on X. See you everywhere. See you live here tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Talk to you guys soon. Trade safe. FOMC today at 2 p.m. Be careful, guys. 2 p.m. FOMC rate, and then Jay Powell speaking at 2:30. Coming into that 145 time frame, I would be really cautious. I would be, if you're going to leave a trade on, accept the risk. If you're going to, trade into it, accept the risk, but expect an increase in volatility or a rapid change in volatility. Talk to you guys soon. See you live here tomorrow. Sanjay, real quick before I end it, Sanjay, I said the Discord link. I answered the question, so go back and listen again if you didn't. Thanks a lot, mate. It was fun. Absolutely. Thanks, Zach. Later. Real says day 2. Yep. Today's day 2. Santa vibes. Yes. Bye. All right. See you guys later. Thanks, guys.